Okay, so we're still putting this back together. I got the dash back on, and I did take the airbag all the way out of the dash before I took the dash off, which made it a lot lighter because I put it back in before I put the dash back on, and it made it a little awkward and heavy. So whichever way you want to do that, it's up to you. When I took this whole piece out here, I took it out with the center trim piece, and I wanted to show you a couple little things that I did. This whole piece will come off. It's just got a couple clips that hold it on. Just get your screwdriver or trim tool underneath there to pop it out. To get this little connector back on there, I tied this really long string to it. I threaded the string through the hole in the dash first, and then tied it onto that while the dash was sitting in my lap, and then pulled it through as I put the dash back on. A couple little things I wanted to point out. When you're taking this piece out, you're gonna probably fight with these connectors for these buttons here. This connector is pretty easy. It's for the hazard switch. And the other connectors, since you're just reaching back there and you can't feel them, this is what they look like. So you're just going to reach back up in there, press a little tab on it, and they'll pop out. And this little connector is for the cup holder. And it goes right there, so it pulls out of the passenger side. Just give it a little pull and it comes out. And then the other little tray has one of those too. You see where that is down there. That tray was actually stuck to that whole center piece. That's why I took it out altogether, because as you can see, it's all dirty. I'm going to clean that up before I put it on. It was all stuck from soda or something. The connectors for the gauge cluster, they're pretty easy. They just, you get something in there to push those down. Now I can't get it down with one hand. But take your screwdriver or whatever, push it down on that, and these little levers pop up and they slide right out of there. There is also, if you can see, what are we looking at in there? This connector here. There's three of those. There's one right there. There's one on the driver's and the passenger side vent, so make sure you disconnect those before you try to pull the dash off. See if there's anything else before I get more together and show you another video. Not too much, except for a lot of these harnesses are separated really well. That's for those top buttons with the hazard and the fog lights. You have your other harness for your radio, and then your bottom one for your air conditioning panel. When that sits in there, the only thing that holds it in is these two tabs here. So once you get the radio out, take your dash tool or screwdriver, pry right here and here just a little bit, and it should slide out, and then you're going to have all these connectors back there to take out. That's about it. When you're putting the dash back in, this car is a little beat up. Maybe you might want to put something around this and on top of the shifter so you don't get it all scratched up or whatever as you're crawling around on it. This piece here, you could probably undo the bolt here and then the one on the other side, because it's got 3 bolts underneath that go across that hold on that same piece. You could probably just undo those 2 bolts and take it out with it. However, I'd unbolt the whole thing because you're going to be poking yourself. You're going to be poking things inside the car that you don't want to. That's about it for now. Put more together and show you another video in a little while.